Howdy, everybody, and welcome to Man-O-Rama. I'm your host, rancorsteve, and tonight it's a hangout. So you get to see how men actually hang out and do things, our conversations, everything of whatever. I don't know, whatever you guys want. I know the guys in the background are like, "Shut up, Steve. Put on the intro." Well, here we go, everybody. Join us. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah. I don't know why I decided to play it that twice. That's weird. Hey everybody, welcome to Man-O-Rama. I'm your host, Rancor Steve, and thank you for joining us. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna introduce everyone who's in tonight. Vincent, are you there?
Absolutely.
How's your week been?
Fair to Midland.
Fair to Midland.
Yeah.
Mm.
Nothing too extreme, but then nothing too lousy. So
Mm.
a happy medium, if you will.
That's pretty fair. And Dark Helmet, are you there?
Yes, sir. Greetings.
Hey, can you turn down the mic just a little bit?
Yeah, give me a second.
All right. I think I just went deaf. What?
What? All right, let's see.
While Dark Helmet's working on that, Disney Sheeper, how's your week been?
It's been very good. How have you been?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing fantastic. Wonderful day. Wonderful day. Dark Helmet, how has your week been?
Is that better?
It's a little bit better. Yeah.
A little better. Higher now?
Yeah.
Okay. Just adjusting it. I forgot I had a mic control. My week's been pretty good.
That's good.
I can complain, but we're good with it, too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. My week it's been pretty good. It's a lot of work. And yeah, it's been fun. I'm just glad it's a Tuesday night, Man-O-Rama. You know, all cool, all cool. Yeah, that's all I have. Nothing else, man. Nothing else. So what?
Nothing. I just wanted to point out to our listening audience how horribly pale you look.
You know what? You know what? I knew it. I knew you were gonna be the one to do this shit because you told me he was like, "Hey, I hope you don't bring this up." No, no, no. Cool. I'm not gonna talk about me sweating like a pig because pigs don't sweat, but here we are. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be a man. I'm not gonna do it. But then here you go, and you be like, "You're pale." That. Yeah. You know what? I wear a t-shirt at work. And I get a farmer's tan. Yes, I look like a lighthouse up above. Okay.
Not only pale, but pale and tragic. Look at
You know what? You know what?
He looks like a bad Picasso painting.
It looks like a dried out turd on a bad stretch of road.
You know, here's the thing. If
We love
Disney
you, Steve. We love you.
if Disney came to me and be like, "Hey, look, we're making a Snow White movie." I'm like, "I'm your dude."
Shit.
Come on, put an Egyptian in there.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an Egyptian from the waist down, but I'm Irish from the waist up.
It'd be more realistic than the current iteration.
I know, right? Ugh. I mean, she's flat chested. I can be flat chested.
Okay, I know you don't like discussing these kind of things, but I just have to say.
It's okay. It's a hangout. We can do it.
1.8 IMDb.
Oh yeah.
Champagne and Bullets, one of the worst films ever made, is a 4.8 on IMDb.
Wait,
What?
no.
Yes. So technically, one of the worst movies ever made is better than Snow White. Yeah.
How is that even possible?
I don't know, but Gary has a copy of Champagne and Bullets. You need to watch it. No, actually, no. You can watch it on Tubi. It dropped on Tubi last week.
Yeah. Oh,
Dude,
I've seen the movie.
And yeah, you need to watch it because Wings Hauser just died too. Rest in peace.
Actually, I got 2 movies that's lower than that.
What?
I got Basket Case and Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Yeah, but see, those are like intentionally bad. Champagne, they were intentionally made to be bad. Champagne and Bullets is a vanity project, and it was directed, written, and basically this guy did everything, and he stars in it too.
Yeah.
He was
like
a
Nero's new movie.
he was a lawyer. I don't know if he was an industry lawyer, but he was a lawyer who practiced out in L.A. and
Yes.
decided he had what it takes to make a movie. No, he didn't.
No, I'll tell you a movie that was better than Snow White. Anybody remember this? It's called The Room from 2003.
Oh, yeah.
The guy directed it and everything. That movie was better.
Oh, yeah.
Now, here's the thing. I ended up watching Craven. Now, here...
I'm so sorry.
No, hold up. I don't think it's as bad as Snow White, but here's the problem I had with Craven. It actually had... Well, I don't know what storyline, because I got confused. There's like 4 different storylines in that movie, so I don't know where, but I know like the guy who played Craven. All right, that's cool. It's horrible, but I don't think it's as bad as Snow White, and let's just admit it. It's Snow Bronze. All right, there's Snow Copper. Like Snow Copper. That's a pretty good one, or Snow Communist. I don't know. Pick whichever one you want. But I was watching the movie, and even my wife's like, I have no idea what's going on. I was like, I don't know either. She's like, you're a filmmaker. I was like, I know, but guess what? At least I can come up with a story. Yeah, Craven is a terrible movie, but at least you're gonna have fun. Like Craven is a movie you can get drunk and actually enjoy it. The one that you were talking about, Vincent, I remember watching that movie. I got blackout drunk because it was that bad.
Yeah, and I think you probably watched it with Gary, didn't you? Because
I watched it.
Gary has a copy of it.
I watched it with a guy from film school that had that, and like we watched.
And the thing is, though, that film is so incredibly difficult. You can't find it on Vinegar Syndrome. They put it out on a limited edition DVD.
There's a reason why.
Yeah, and you can't touch that thing for less than $150 used.
No. My buddy got his hands on it, and we watched it, and we didn't know how to critique it as like a actual like, hey, how can we fix this movie? There's no way you can fix that movie.
No, there is a way you can fix that movie. You need to put Wings Hauser in every single fucking scene.
Well,
because he made that movie. Oh my god!
Well, I've seen almost all his movies.
He was either horribly drunk throughout the entire shoot, or that was the best acting job I have ever seen in my life. Because he's completely insane in that movie. And it's glorious.
Here's the thing: his movies, you have to take quite a bit of bourbon and whiskey. In fact, skip that. Do Everclear. Just take a few shots of Everclear and watch those movies. You'll realize what not to do how to make a movie. They're bad. Like, did you guys ever watch the Bird movie? What was it? Not the Hitchcock one. It was like really bad. Like,
was it that independent film they did?
Yeah.
Then they had the birds. You could tell they were animated in, and they were just hovering in the same spot.
Birdemic. Which one?
That's what it was. Yeah, there was 3.
All 3 of them were, oh my god, dreadful. But, when you're watching them with friends and getting fucked up, they're amazing.
Oh, they're fantastic. Like, you guys have you guys seen The Room?
Yeah, I went to,
it's awful.
They had
but it's fantastic.
They had a film thing, it was about 6 years ago, and they were showing it in the theater, and Tommy Wiseau was there, and he was signing autographs and everything.
It's so bad you have to watch it.
Yeah. It's he's a mystery.
I didn't hit her.
Oh, hi, Mark. It's such a fantastic movie. I don't care. It's so bad, but it's fantastic.
The best part about that movie was the pug sitting on the counter. Hi, doggy.
I was like, the first time I watched that movie, I saw it, I was like, Why is there a pug on the counter? Like, it baffled me. I was like, why? What? But we're gonna get into one of our favorite icebreaker shows. If anyone's watching new, this is a hangout. We're gonna have a topic next week, but just kind of us having fun. Here we go.
Twitter.
So don't be that guy is where it did start off making fun of Sims, and then it just, I don't know, Vincent, did it just become kind of, we're just gonna make fun of everyone? It didn't matter if you had a vagina or a penis.
No, I think like the first 3 or 4 times you did it, we were more specific, and then it just kind of degenerated into a free for all. We're gonna
because we realize people are just stupid, and I feel Man-O-Rama can correct that. Even who am I kidding? We're not.
Or no, we're contributing to the stupidity.
Yes, we're helping people understand what stupidity is.
You are currently under DEI mandate.
That's why we have Steve here.
Yeah, I am both dark and white. See, there you go. Man-O-Rama is DEI. We're
even Rumble changed.
Yeah. See, there you go, guys. You're welcome. Here, let me do this and yada yada yada. I like doing the hangouts because I don't have to do much shit. There's not much I have to do. There's no questions, no nothing. But here we go, guys. I'm gonna blow this up for you guys because I think Vincent's gonna get a kick out of this. Guys, what's the problem with this?
Not a damn thing.
An Adam's apple?
No, she don't have one.
No, she's that girl from UGA got arrested like twice in as many days.
Look like a little surgery, but yeah.
No, it's a chick. Don't worry. We're not doing hombre senorita.
I know.
Don't worry.
Goodness.
Disney, Dark was like, oh, thank God. I don't want to fail.
It's a test.
Yeah, she got arrested for speeding twice in one day, and then like 2 days later, she got arrested again.
Now, wait, what?
Yeah, she's a student at the University of Georgia.
Well, no, I know that, but 2 days later?
Yeah, it was on the news again. I saw it this morning. She got arrested again for something, but I didn't actually read what it was because I was only 3 cups in with regard to coffee. So
now the first one where she's wearing, I don't know what, a blouse or whatever it is, I don't even know. Where her hair is a little bit straighter, she looks normal. The second picture, what is the one thing as men? What is the one thing that you can spot right away? Anyone?
I'd say she's high.
Well, that's the obvious one, but there's another one. Disney's like, I don't care.
She's got a super long neck for a woman.
Well, good. She's going to need it. Giggity.
No, she has crazy eyes.
She's smiling in a mugshot. Who smiles in a mugshot?
Crazy eyes. See, here's the thing. AOC, her, any other liberal woman who has blue hair. Guys, here's the thing. If you're watching and you're like, you know what, I want to settle down and start dating, don't date women who have eyes like this. Because what's going to happen is you're going to lose your kidney. You will.
No, not just a kidney.
Everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be in a tub and you'll be like, what's going on? And then half your body's gone. That's what's going to happen.
Them eyes scream danger.
See, since someone pointed it out, that's all you can see.
That's a red flag.
She's gorgeous. See, there you go. Never AOC. She's a red flag.
It's just
she got the crazy eyes.
I was enamored by her cheekbones. Apologies.
Yeah, she does have a nice cheekbone. All right, we're gonna go to the next one. I saw this one.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
Here, I'll zoom it out a little bit because it's funny, dude. It's come on. This isn't don't be that guy. This is more of let's make fun of the governor of California and horse guzzling Tim.
Tampon Tim, yeah.
And Gavin Newsom. Okay, here's a question I have for you. Does anyone see as Gavin Newsom as like the Joker?
Yeah, I can picture
like
that.
If he got casted into a Batman movie, could he be the Joker?
Probably.
Because here, I do too. Because here's the thing: he would actually start wheeling and dealing and scamming everyone on the set, and everyone's like, "Dude, this is made believe." He's like, "Made believe."
Yeah,
It's
but
not
he
made
wouldn't burn a pile of money.
No, he would take it.
Yes.
And
It's two femboys versus two men.
yeah, well, I don't know about the big Samoan-looking dude
Oh,
or
Tyrese, he wasn't in the WWE long. He
or
was in
Kane. Kane looks like a Frankenstein that's going to make love to you, and you're going to like it whether you like it or not.
Hey, but doesn't Tyrus do like news now, or he's on?
Yeah,
some
he
kind of-
does. He's on
He
Gutfeld.
does?
Yeah, he's on
Yeah.
Gutfeld.
I didn't know
For
that.
real? Yeah. Well, you can't tell. He looks like a. Well, he was never normal, but he looks relatively normal now.
Kane's a
He
mayor
may-
now.
He makes sense.
Wait, whoa! Kane is a mayor?
Yeah,
Well,
Knox,
like a count. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think they
he's,
call it a county executive, is what they call it.
Oh,
Like that.
for Knox County, Tennessee.
Yep.
Yeah, if it's Tennessee, that means he's a commissioner.
Yeah, however they do it.
you know, I'm not
Yeah.
that surprised, knowing it's the South. Look, we'll give you any job you want.
No,
I just
dude.
like tampon. The whole. I can't look at this picture without laughing. Tampon Tim and Gavin Newscomb. It's just hilarious. But we're gonna get to the next one. All right. Here's our favorite. He's become our Hall of Famer. Harry Sishin. MAGA is mad that I have game. LOL. Guys, what is what?
If you spell game GAYME, then yeah, he has plenty of it.
LOL.
The hoodie and the hair gives him away. Jeez.
He's a
It's
complete
like-
hypocrite.
It's like a beacon light of hey boys. Come and get it.
He's never been in a fight.
No, that's a good question, guys. Here's a question for the night, and everyone in the panel, and everyone in the chat. Rusty Rivers, here's a question for you guys. Has Harry ever been in a fight that doesn't involve another dude in a bed?
Oh, outside of that, no, not at all.
I like screwing with Harry Session because it's fun. It is. I don't care. He can come after me, and I'll be like, "You want to fight, little man?" All right, here's another one. I don't know if this is fully true or not. We're just going to go along with it. I don't like to do fake news, but this sounds too good to be true. Breaking. Democrat influencer Harry Sishin has reportedly been dropped by the DNC-affiliated talent agency. So he was paid.
He's always paid.
I don't
That's-
know. Pilati, we'll go with Pilati. Management following recent allegations first reported by Sarah His Censored. Now, I know Vincent, you know the backlash behind Twinkle Toes.
Yeah.
Dark Helmet and Disney. Do you know anything of why he's in a lot of trouble?
Yeah,
This
because he always came out as a woman's right activist, saying you got to respect women, you should do this, you should do that. But then did the complete opposite. He's a hypocrite. Don't get me wrong. I think these women, they sent these of their own free will.
Yeah.
And I ain't knocking him for that part, but he's a hypocrite. He is.
Yeah. He's a scumbag.
I did see a post, and again, I hate this rumor misinformation crap, but I believe the big issue was that somehow or another he decided that he didn't agree with those trans being in women's sports.
Well, no, it's the backlash is him demanding photos of women wearing certain things of literally nothing, and when he's actually gay. Let's be honest. Like, oh, I'm gonna clarify something, Disney, right quick, because it's been a while. If you go into the private chat on Rumble Studios, no one else but us will be able to see it. So anyone in the chat on Rumble or YouTube won't be able to see it. Yeah, just to clarify.
Right.
But this Fagla here, here's the thing, guys. This is what pisses me off about him is don't blackmail women into sending pictures of you or of them to you or of you to him or whatever. And that's how confusing this is. Tongue twister. It's, yeah, it's not good. You look like a complete numbskull. And it just.
Ah! Gay biker dad, someone please relay this important message to both Steve and Vincent for me. Show hole. No.
I
No.
know you want to. I know you
No.
want to, but we're not going to.
He's funny on X. I read some of his
He's
posts.
hilarious.
I love that guy.
He's amazing.
No starfishes.
He's
Yeah.
a hell of a follow. He is.
He is. He's worth it. He's worth the $16 a month.
And see, the thing is,
$16 a month.
the thing is, though, he's in the
I'm
chat,
getting ripped off over here.
and he has an amazing singing voice. I can just hear him singing that. Someone please relay this important message.
Now,
Yeah.
here's the thing. Do you think because he's not he's not on the panel, so we can actually bust his balls a little bit? Although he probably would enjoy that. Do you think he sings show hole like opera style in the shower?
No, he sings them show tune style.
Okay, there you go. Show tunes.
Yeah, I'd have to go along with that. Yeah.
All right, so
Hello,
we're gonna go to the next one. Okay, so here's a little
this is
story.
good.
Here's a little story. Jerry rig everything because I am a beta and I am a cuck and whoopity doopity doo. He said so. Assassin's Creed. I don't play it anymore because they're stupid, but they posted something to Elon Musk and they said, "Is that here? I'll blow this up on my end. Is that what the guy playing your Path of Exile 2 account told you?" Elon Musk said something and that's it. And then Jerry rig everything because who was a fan of Elon Musk and decided I'm going to go on a complete rampage and have a complete hate love for Elon Musk. I swear the guy is homo for Elon Musk. I don't know, but that's what I'm assuming. He said Assassin's Creed dismantling Elon isn't something I had on my bingo card for today, but here we are. Okay, that's cute. This is where it gets really interesting. So I saw another one. And so here's where it actually gets. This is what Elon Musk said. He goes, Hassan is a fraud. I think it's like some Twitch gamer. Sellout would be more accurate. Objectively, he is promoting terrible game just for the money. Okay. And then, because I chimed in, one person said, "Dear Lord," and it goes, Elon Musk has lost my respect. So I think, if you guys haven't noticed the blue check mark, this is where it gets funny. So this is another person that said, in B4, so okay, guys, I know I have one of the worst grammars, worst spelling on the planet. I'll admit it.
No.
It's not an insecurity. I just know it. Okay, I was homeschooled, but which is here or there, but I guarantee you this guy is a grown-ass man. Probably in his 30s. Stop typing like you're in middle school. No one cares. So this person said in B4, what? Okay. Soy boy Elon bans the Assassin's Creed account. Well, here, does anybody think Elon Musk is a soy boy?
I wouldn't.
John
say
in the
that.
chat on YouTube. How you doing, John? Thank you for joining us in the chat. He said Elon Musk has 14 kids. How? Okay, first off, guys, before we get to what I get to,
He's like an NBA star.
how? I know how, but like, holy crap.
Well, to be fair, Elon did say we have to start making babies, so he's living by his comment. I gotta give him that.
There you go. Props to you, buddy. And then I said, is this before or after Ubisoft goes bankrupt? See, we're getting a little. See, Man-O-Rama, we get into games. Don't worry.
Yeah. and it's going to happen sooner than later, I think.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
300 billion and counting. He could start his own country.
Yeah. All right. Here's another one. Twitter will drop before Ubi. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Again, guys, stop fucking doing this type of typing. You make me look like Jared Tolkien's when I type out my tweets. Ubi. What were you gonna say, Vincent? Sorry, I cut you off. You just listen to music.
He might as well just finish out Ubisoft. Just finish the whole
Yeah.
word out, for the love of Pete.
I know you have what 150 characters. You don't have to stop there. You can keep going. So we're gonna go down the path. Oh, here's another one. I like this one. Great debate. Here you go, guys. This is not a don't be you guy, but I just found this funny. Are you an A or a B?
B.
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 B. Yeah.
Yeah.
Only a communist does that.
You know why? Do you know why some people actually do it on A? This actually makes sense in
To get the
Australia.
reference side?
No, in A because you don't know if there's a spider hiding. In Australia, people do that because have you seen Dark Helmet? Have you seen the spiders in Australia?
Oh yeah, I've seen videos.
They're about like this fucking big.
It's the one country.
Actually, it ain't the size of them. Yeah, but it ain't the size of those funnel web spiders. They're tiny, but they'll kill you.
Oh yeah.
They got a different breed that actually lives inside the city of Sydney. They call them a Sydney's funnel web spider, which is different from the actual funnel web. The Sydney type is actually more dangerous.
No, it makes sense there to have it reversed. I could get that.
So we're gonna introduce. We did this before, and that was don't be that guy. I got to do a Banff intro, but we're gonna get into the Banff badass motherfuckers. This is where it gets even funnier. Guys, tell me how you feel about this. Here, I'll zoom it out a little bit so everyone can see the gloriousness.
Huh.
Is it a Honda or a Tesla? I can't tell. But he said
Honda.
he really disguised his Tesla as a Civic. Can't touch it now. If they do, they don't accept that it's trans, and they're racist, bigot for assuming it's make and model.
Yeah, how dare they?
But here's my favorite one. This is my favorite one.
Yeah, I saw that.
Is it a Tundra or a Cybertruck?
Tundra.
Who know? I'm very confused now. I just don't know. You slap a Toyota, dude. That's creative.
Good stuff.
It is.
That's sad people have to do that because there's psychos out there.
Yeah.
I won't say much. I'm just glad I live in a certain state, and I'll leave it at that.
See, yeah, do that in a red state. See how that goes.
Yeah, that don't happen here.
Yeah, I think it's getting to the point where it's going to keep on going until somebody gets shot before somebody actually figures out, hey, maybe we shouldn't be doing this.
Well, they had I saw a news report. This guy, he was driving, had his buddy in his Tesla, and I think it was a BB gun, but somebody fired off a BB gun driving next to him right into his window. The window held, but yeah, I was like,
Well, I don't want to kind of top you or anything, but I actually just saw a video. I don't know if it's new or if it's fake. I don't know. But these two guys was trying to jack this dude, and he pulls in his driveway, runs in his house. You think he's screaming bloody murder, and they're coming out with guns. That SOB walks out with a damn RPG.
Oh,
I
Jesus.
shit you not. And they booked like holy shit. And that was
Nice.
good.
the Second
That was
Amendment doesn't say what
good
somebody
stuff.
can carry. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
He run them off with the RPG. I've never seen that before. No, well,
Now-
not in this country anyway.
Biker Dad just sent me a tweet. Should I play it out? He actually did a voice recording.
Sure.
I'm gonna do this. This is the beauty about hanging out is unscripted. Like any of my podcasts have been scripted. Have you watched Canadian Spider-Man on the show lately? Let me see if I can get this up. He literally did this. I'm not kidding you.
Come on, you poor unfortunate hole. It's sad, but true. If you want to ride this cocky slut, you've got to pay the toll. Drop those pants and huff those poppers. Go ahead and show that hole. Piggy slavey, now I've got 'em, boys. The boss is getting swole. This poor unfortunate hole.
He sounds like Steve Hyman if he sings.
I'm not gay, but I'd make eye contact with him.
He literally sent that to me when we were talking about what he's sing in the shower.
I won't say much. I'm just glad I live in a city.
And yeah,
He is a fucking treasure.
dude, it's hilarious.
Was there an echo? What was that?
No, yes, my phone's still on loud. And,
Okay.
whatever.
I was
Whatever.
like, what?
So what's something that you guys want to talk about tonight? Any particular that's tickling your pickle?
I wouldn't have put it that way, but
Not after what we just heard, but okay.
I don't think Becker got mine. Somebody tickling a pickle.
is there something you want to tell us, Steve?
No, I watched Venom the other night, and Pickle Delight, whatever you tickle your pickle, was in the line or something like that, and I was like, that's a pretty funny line. And then I just realized after what Biker Dad just sent me, I was like, yeah,
And then it hit you. Yeah, maybe I should have not said.
it takes a while. Like what what Biker Dad says, I'll have eye contact.
It's the one and only time. Hey, free beer is free beer.
I know, right? Hey, $20 is $20. And no, this is not beer, everyone. This is Liquid Death.
Fancy
Good.
water.
It is. Well, this is a tea. This is the green guillotine. Green tea, agave, vitamins. I will always promote this. This is really cool. I'm not sponsored by them, but Liquid Death, if you're watching this, not because they're not watching. We're small. But if you're watching, I'll be a sponsor. I drink this every dang day. That's all I gotta say.
Sell out with
Yeah.
me tonight. Sell out.
I'll sell out, man. What do you need me to do? You need me to be in a tutu? I'll do it, man. To get a sponsor by Liquid Death, dude, I'll bungee jump. I have a fear of free falling. I'll skydive and bungee jump at the same time. Don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'll do it in a tutu.
Oh, I will pay money to see that.
Yeah,
know you-
I'd pay cashy money to watch that.
Dark Helmet, you wouldn't pay. You would just sit there and be like, "This is gonna be fun."
Pretty much, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm a cheap bastard, I'll be honest.
I know you are.
I'm frugal.
Here's the thing. Okay, so here's a question to you guys. Do you guys tip, like when you go to a store? Do you tip
At
like a
store?
restaurant and stuff?
No.
Like not at like a restaurant where like fast food or something, like where they say tip. Do you guys tip, or do you like, you know what?
Oh,
Screw
good
it.
lord, no.
Thank you.
I will at a sit down restaurant if the service is good. But like
Yeah.
I'll go like if I go to a coffee shop and I'll be, you want a tip? No, you get a good hourly wage. Absolutely not.
I
Wendy's a
occasionally
coffee
give him a buck at the Dunkin' Donuts when I go to the
That's
drive.
Dunkin' Donuts.
It's a
you know?
donut. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
I remember when I quit doing the coffee shop, and we went to the coffee shop that I went to that I was working at. Because we were working in one town, and we would just get there for coffee. It wasn't great coffee, and there was a guy. He pulled out his change, looked at it, and he goes, "Oh, I need this for parking." The way he said parking, he's like, "Parking?" I just looked at my buddy Gary, and I'm like, that's an odd way of saying parking. He like drew it all out, like made it like pronounce like, "Hey everybody, I need this change. I would have given for tip for parking." Now,
It's probably Canadian.
now that you say that, that actually makes sense. parking.
The Canadian
thing.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, no, trust me, the guy was old. But the only people I will ever actually tip is pizza the delivery guys, because I was a delivery guy before I moved to this town, and I one tip I got, I am not kidding on this one. You guys are not going to believe it, but it happened. I delivered on Halloween, which is a big event. Like Super Bowl is like big for pizzas. Halloween,
Oh.
yeah. And this guy was in a robe. It was quite awkward at night in a sketchy area. I was like, this is it, guys. I am not going to live. This guy is going to do something. I don't know. He pulls out. He goes, "Oh, I got your tip," and I was like, "Oh, cool. I'm gonna get like $1. I don't know." He
whipped
pulls
it
out. He didn't. That was the other part that popped in. I was like, "What if he does this?" I'm like, "I'm gonna die. Like
It
this
was
is
just
it."
a tip.
Like, no. He
All
pulls
about the
out.
tip.
I'm not kidding. He pulls out lint and a button and hands it to me. He goes, "This button is gonna serve you well," and I threw it away. So from then on, I realized, you know what? I'm not going to be a pizza delivery guy forever. It's always fun to do it. It's really fun. Like I delivered to Eddie Murphy's girlfriend one time. That was funny because I pop out of my car to bring the pizza to them. Eddie Murphy, without even hesitating, goes, "Oh shit, a white guy bringing us food." I about dropped the pizza laughing. I was just the way he just said it, just like he just did a slavery joke to white people. This is hilarious. I will take it, and
Dude, pizza delivery was awesome. I used to do
it's fun.
in high school.
I did it for years. I
The,
love it.
Yeah,
the picture of the girl, the crazy eyed girl that you showed at the beginning of the show.
yeah.
She's a student at UGA, University of Georgia in Athens. That's where I used to deliver pizzas. And I always used to make sure that I did it on Friday and Saturday nights because everybody in the sororities and the fraternities wanted pizza. And this was back in the old days where you had to get it to them in 30 minutes or they didn't pay for it.
That's a fact. That's my school.
Yeah.
And I delivered pizzas like a motherfucker. And the best thing is that all the sorority houses and fraternity houses were within like 3 miles of the Domino's that I worked at.
Yep.
And these people would get wasted. They would order like a small cheese pizza for like $6, and they would tip you $20.
Yeah,
For
because
the
we got tired of
weekend,
eating
for the
that.
weekend I'd come out, and this is 1985 money. I was coming out $350, $400 in tips for 2 days' work.
Jeez.
That's good back then. Real good.
Dude, I had my car payment and my insurance in like one weekend, and the rest of the money I just blew on weed. So, yeah.
What, no hookers?
Don't I
Back
wish?
then, you could pick
Anyway.
up the
Or biker dad?
I remember. Or my guitar. I remember I did. There was no like college where I was doing pizza delivery, but there was always this crazy house. It was like all women in this massive house, and I finally delivered it to them, and I was like, "Cool, yeah." And I was like, "I'm gonna be cool, coming walking up there." Yeah, they were the most annoying people. Turns out the people, because they were loud and they had a big old party, turns out the people next door ordered pizza for them and they didn't use a credit card or a debit card. It was all cash. Look, I like a good prank, but don't prank the people that I have to deal with, because then I have to tell them, look, you have to pay for this. And it was a $400 pizza. It was a massive order. And they're like, we're not paying it. I was like, I'm not going to eat it. Like, you kidding me? And they're like, we're just not going to eat it. The dude, once I turn my head, I see the neighbor next door. He's dying laughing. He's thinking it's the funniest thing ever. And I realized, yeah. So, they didn't pay for it. I just took it back. I was like, guys, there's $400 of wasted pizza. Then we just ate it all. We got drunk and ate it all. Cool. Fine, whatever.
Got a question for you guys that have delivered pizza. Have you
Yeah,
ever had like a bit like we had this one business? It's called Convergys. They did like computer tech stuff. I don't really know, but did you ever have a business where you'd go and they'd be like, their employees like, oh yeah, we'll be right out, and you'd sit there for 20 plus minutes waiting for
Yes.
them? Oh, I hated those
Yeah.
places, and they never tipped, ever.
Yeah.
Jesus. Where
Let's
did
see,
you work?
even the times I had to wait, even with the 30 minutes or it's free thing, they would still, well, it'd be like tip money. They'd pay for the pizza, but even though it was technically free for them. But it's like, oh, sorry about the wait. We, blah blah blah, excuses. But
Mm-hmm.
we'd end up getting tipped out pretty good.
I wish I could chime in, but I never worked fast food or pizza stuff. So
What was okay? So when you grew up, what was like the job that you had that paid good?
oh yeah, I worked at a field day in Georgia. We basically make all the chicken for the whole world. So
Yeah, up around Gainesville,
Yeah, I know that area.
up in Hall County. Oh man,
Mhm.
ain't nothing but chicken houses up there.
Hey,
yeah.
Steve, on YouTube, you need to see Gay Biker's Dad some post. You really need to read this.
Well, anyway, as a kid, I lied about my age. I drove a Jack. Back then in the '80s, it was paying $6-7 an hour. And back then, that was great money. And I did that for years, and then I went in the military when I graduated high school.
Oh Jesus!
All right, Gay Biker Dad on YouTube. Here's the thing. Before I get to what he said, that's a really good one. If anyone on YouTube and they want to donate to the podcast to make the podcast grow and all that stuff, you can go to the Rumble channel and you can do a Rumble rant. And you can ask us whatever. You can ask us whatever you want. Gay Biker Dad. I'm just gonna pull it up. This is ridiculous. I've never done this on Man-O-Rama unless it's a Rumble rant. He goes, I was once asked by a guy on a dating app, Dom or sub. I responded with, I'm more Domino's guy. Never really liked Subway. That's
Okay, that
You
needs
know?
to stay. That needs to stay up on the screen for the rest of the show.
it's.
That's the, yeah. That's the.
That was a glorious comment. That's why I had him
And
read
then
that.
Mr. House Party 6, how you doing, man? Howdy. He goes, well, $20 is $20.
As long as there's no eye contact and you have your socks on.
I was gonna say it's not gay if your socks are on.
Hold up. Disney, you just sent something. How you doing? He goes, $10 rant. He goes, this is a Rumble rant. Do it. I like how you do. I like how you did the whole do it, like Mountain Dew. That was. I like.
I probably wasn't thinking about it. But yeah.
No, just do it. You know what's funny is when I did acting class, I have a lisp, and so I think I've told this story before, but it's a hilarious story, and I love it. And I told my wife this before, and she's like, "Bull crap." I was like, "No." I was in an acting class just to learn how to do directing, how to work with actors, and trust me, actors like theater actors,
Awful.
you just want a 357 Magnum. You just want to tell them no one gives a shit who you are. And there was this French teacher I had, gorgeous, and Vanessa was her name. She goes, "Hey, can you do this monologue?" And I was like, "Okay." So I did it, and she's like, "Well, now can you do it with lisp?" And I was like, "Sure, I can do it with lisp." And she offered me this challenge to do this when I did the lisp. She's like, "All right, I have a challenge for you. Go to a gay bar and get at least over 20 phone numbers." Now, here's the thing. I was poor. Like, my folks paid for college and everything, but I was pretty much poor in college. Like, I lived in a dump and all that stuff. Like, the old house was cockroaches and all that stuff. It's like, you don't want to take a date to that. And it's like, life lessons. There you go. And I like a challenge. And more of the story is nothing happened, but I was like, all right, cool. There's a couple guys who were gay. They're like, look, we'll dress you up real good. And I wore things that a poor man has never worn before. They were nice. $200 pair of jeans, which I don't get that. $30 is enough for me. I looked nice. Hair done and all that stuff. Like, I looked really good. They went with me to this gay bar. Now, here's the other thing. When I say gay bar, I I understand that a lot of people are like, hey, no, they understood this guy's from the Midwest. We're not going to do anything. Cool. But I got free drinks. There's the thing. If you want a free drink, go to a gay bar. They will load you up. And trust me, they make some really good drinks. I had some Fruity Tooty Fresh and Fruity.
They would load your
Dude, I had some of the most girliest drinks, and I'm like, this is good. 2 hours later, I'm like, I go to class 2 days later it was on Monday, and I played it out like, oh, I failed. I had 5 napkins of phone numbers, and I was like, what do I get out of this? I ended up with $1,000 of McDonald's gift cards. And she said, I have always challenged guys to do this. You're the only one that accomplished this. How did you do it? I was like, I just faked it. Fake it till you make it. I mean, it works. And then one of the guys was like, tell them about the drinks you got. And I was like, oh God. And they're like, how many drinks? I was like, I don't know. It was a lot. In college, I was big on drinking. And as I got older, I was like, my body can't take this anymore. And yeah, they're like, how much did you drink? I was like, way too much. And one guy's like, you got the girly drinks. It's like, oh, so you've been there. It was fun. I enjoyed it. It's like, a day where someone's going to actually buy you all this stuff. But then I had to take the clothes back. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I had the tags in. They're like, we're not paying this all the way. We're just going to buy it now and you're going to take it back. That's how they do it. And then I remember I went to a acting party, which is horrendous. And then one guy goes, why are you doing film? Why are you doing acting? I faked it. I made up this whole entire story. I cried and made up all this stuff. And the guy's like, wow, that's so good. I was like, you guys believe that? They're like, what?
Acting.
Yeah. I'm like, you guys really believed all that I just said? Like, everything about my family and all that stuff. They're like, that was so dark. I was like, well, yeah. You guys act, right? Of all the people, you should know. There's one director guy. He's dying laughing on the back playing beer pong. He's like, that was funny, dude.
No, you're right. Like, if you go to a gay bar, they make absolutely phenomenal drinks.
Well, here's the misconception about gay bars is if you go there, like, you think, oh, I'm going to hit on and all this stuff. Like, that doesn't really happen. Because I went to one. Now, there's
a lot of straight women there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Gay bar, you're dead. Ooh.
No. I'm good. I'm not going to close that. No. He wants to.
I got a story. Remember, I don't know if any of you remember, 2011 when Joplin, Missouri got hit by that EF5 tornado?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, a bunch of us from St. Louis, we volunteered, went down there on our own dime. Firefighters, we helped. We were down there for a week. One of the captains like, hey, we got a sports bar, because we were helping the fire department out, cleaning up their firehouses, salvaging what equipment we could, helping people if they got, heat exhaustion because it was actually hot after that. We went there. One of the captains like, hey, we're going to take you guys out to the sports bar. You guys have been great. We're going to have you a night out. We're going to drink, have a good time. We all came back just completely shit-faced back to the firehouse. I mean, just loaded off our butts on alcohol. Well, we went to a sports bar, walked in. It wasn't a sports bar anymore. It was a gay bar. You can't just walk out because they're all like, they looked at us. They're like, are you the firefighters from St. Louis? They're like, yeah. At first I was kind of like, yeah, all of us were. And we had a blast. We didn't have to pay anything. They were just like, hey, you want beers, mixed drinks? It's on the house. You guys are helping us. We really appreciate it. Yeah, we came back loaded. And there was a drag queen up there literally, it was funny. Absolutely hilarious. We had a amazing
they can all sing.
Yeah, I remember when I was in LA, I'm fresh. I'm new to the big city. And a couple of my friends are like, yeah, we're going to go to this bar. I was like, cool. I'm 21. Cool, let's do this. It's called the Lumberjack Bar. And I was like, cool. I didn't know. Again, I'm from the Midwest. Didn't know anything about bars of the big city. So I dressed up. I was like, you know what? I wore a plaid shirt. It's not the bar you think. It is. I thought it was like a sports bar, masculine bar. No, it was a bear bar.
Ooh.
And I'm the only guy wearing a plaid. If you want to talk about sticking out like a sore thumb, and every guy's like, yeah, he has no idea where he's at. They're like, we're not going to. No, it was hilarious. But I ended up with a lot of free drinks. They're like, you're cute. Here's this. I was like, that's cool. It didn't dawn on me until I looked up and I saw the screen. I was like, oh, this is not the bar I thought it was. They were playing different type of sporting event. It was so awkward, and I was like,
Lumberjacking.
probably yeah, dude. It was so weird. I remember I'll just say it here. There was a guy who was annoying, and I think I've told this before, but I'll tell it here. It is a funny story. There was a bar that we went to called the Library in downtown LA, and there was a transvestite there. And that person realized, oh, I'm from the Midwest. I'm not going to do anything. And they told me, I was like, that was the first time I was like, oh, what? And I got the person's number just in case for a prank. And there was a guy who just was annoying. And I was like, you know what, guys? I told my other buddies, because we wanted to get him away. Like, he made it awkward. Like, you know, the type of guys you hang out with, and there's like one guy who he just makes it very awkward.
He's that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I was like, hey, I have a number. I'm going to make a phone call. Don't do this, guys. It's funny, but don't. I called this person up. I was like, hey, look, there's this guy. We really want him off our tail. He's annoying. And then the person's like, yeah, no problem. Comes over, hits on the dude. We're all passed out drunk. The next morning, hungover. And he barges in. He's like, you guys are assholes. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, dude, that chick at the bar, that's not a chick.
Probably the best blowjob of his life, though.
I was like, hey, man, the tongue and the teeth, you can't tell the difference. Dude, he was pissed. And I was like, yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, Jesus.
He probably
Like
didn't
a-
tell you everything.
Biker Dad's just batting 1,000 in the chat today.
Dude, he's trying to win a World Series here.
Yeah, Mr. House Party wants you to shake it there, Steve. Shake it.
I swear, you put one gay guy on the podcast one time, and all the gays are like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Oh, give me a free drink and we can talk."
Hey, buy him a drink, Mr. House Party.
Yeah,
Buy him a liquid death and you got him sold.
yeah, or bourbon. I'll take a bourbon.
That too. Well, yeah, you got to be high class at least about it.
So, Vincent, what's your crazy drinking story?
I don't really have any.
Bullshit.
No, I don't. Honestly,
Bull crap.
I don't.
You know how I know you're lying?
I do have a crazy I dropped acid story, but I
Oh,
don't.
yes, I'm down.
Yes, share it.
It was about a week before I graduated high school, and a bunch of friends of mine. I was living in Athens at the time, Clark Central. Woohoo!
Georgia, Chris.
Don't go to Clarksville. All right.
Top.
Yeah, I went there.
But we decided that a bunch of us were going to get together because one of my friends, his father had a lake house up near Chattanooga. So we're like, okay, we're going to Tennessee for the weekend. So we all pile in the car, we all drive up there, and there was this one guy riding with us. I didn't know him all that well, but he was a friend to a friend, so we said, fuck it, okay, he can tag along. And turns out he had a shitload of blotter acid with him. And, we're all getting fucked up. We're smoking weed. We're drinking beer and shit. And I'd never dropped acid before. So I'm like, okay, fuck it. I'll have a
You're
hit.
a virgin. I've never done it.
And,
Ooh.
everybody was telling me, you might freak out, but I didn't. It was like really weird. I was just like super mellow, super relaxed. Everything was just like, I don't want to use the cliche of like you wave your hands in front of your face and it was like all different colors and stuff like that.
You're like anchovies.
Yeah. Dude,
You
shut
didn't
the
even get
fuck
paranoid.
Look out, this is my fucking story, alright? Fuck you and your gay bar bear biker bullshit. But It was a nice mellow high, and I'm sitting on the back deck. I'm chilling out. We're listening to music. A bunch of people, dancing, farting around, and this one dude who had taken 2 hits. He just all of a sudden he just climbs up on the rail of the balcony. Now remember, we're 15 feet above the water, and not only water, but there's a boat ramp there too. So he gets up on top of the rail and he just swan dives like he was going to go into the water, but he hit the boat ramp. Broke every fucking rib, fractured his pelvis, and you had never seen people sober up that fucking quickly. It happened.
Yeah.
Except for me, I was just sitting in the corner laughing my ass off. And yeah, the ambulance came and got him, and other people did the talking. I didn't. I just said, I didn't see anything.
That's what good friends do.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I didn't know the guy.
Yeah.
And
I don't know
some say,
him.
It's a boy. It's a boy.
All right, but Kenny Barker dad goes, I'll never forget that time that Steve came running into the room, tears in his eyes, as he cries out, it's a boy, it's a boy. We never went back to Thailand after that.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, man.
Oh, my God.
$20 is $20. I did. Disney, is there any crazy story that you have? I like these conversations. The hangouts, I don't have to do anything. We just all talk. This is how you do it, guys.
Just men being men.
Yeah. We go.
Women think we're out cheating. No, this is what we're doing.
It's probably the boringest thing that I ever see. But it's a lot of gay
No,
jokes.
if we were really doing this, we'd be like sitting around a fire that somebody built in their backyard, and we'd just be drinking beer and getting fucked up and
Or in a garage.
talking shit. Yeah, that too.
Minus the fire in the garage, but yes. And then if Canadian Spider-Man is with us and we're around at a car, then somebody be like, that's a tranny. Just know the difference.
Dude, I remember the show where I actually gave you a picture of a transmission.
I
Put it in there, and he didn't know what it was.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
No. Oh my
Remember,
God.
I posted a picture. I was like, just for him. I was like, what's this? He's like, oof. He's like, that's a dude. I was like, you got one. No, I love Canadian Spider-Man. He's great. He's got a dark sense of humor, but he's great.
Jesus.
Yeah, he does.
We won't talk about that.
No, I don't think we should. We
No.
should let that
We'll just go from there.
I got the darkest sense of humor out of all of you, trust me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he also put the camera over to a bunch of guys with AK-47s, and Vincent, I think it was you. You're like, that was the cartel. He's like, really? They look nice.
Look nice till they start shooting at you.
Oh, man. Oh, he's probably watching right now. He's like, fuck you guys. Oh,
like,
man.
No, I don't want to become a state.
I told him about shit that's happened in Mexico City that I have personally been a witness to. And he's like, nah, man, that doesn't happen down here. I'm like,
It does.
dude, it does.
Yeah. You live in a
You
bowl.
just haven't seen it.
There's an earthquake every day that nobody talks about. They're waiting on volcanoes to blow up. So yeah, Mexico City, it's all kinds of fun. And you got 5 million people. Woo!
Technically, it's a lot of tacos and burritos and hot sauce, and that's the earthquake right there.
Do you know Mexico City's sinking because they're using so much groundwater that it's actually dropping? And
that's been going on for a couple of centuries. Yes, sir, you are correct.
Huh.
Sorry, weird thing that just popped into my head. I learn weird stuff. I like retain the weirdest.
Is that what you tell the woman that you're making love to? You're like, hey, did you know that Gustin Borglum built Mount Rushmore? And she's like, what the fuck did you just say?
I've actually done that once. It just popped into my head with my ex.
I remember in college, because I can do Donald Duck's voice, and she's like, just say who's your daddy in Donald Duck. Don't do it. Trust me, it's a mood killer real fast. It goes from 11 to 0 faster than anything. She's like, this was a fun night. And I was like, well, SNL, I guess. I don't know.
I just hear him pounding away. He's like, penguins have an organ in their head that turns salt water into fresh water.
And one eye goes like this.
Also learn, don't cross your eyes when you're finishing. Don't be like, they don't
But
like
that's
that.
you every day.
True, but
Yeah, and if at all possible, try not to pass a kidney stone while you're,
Oh.
ooh, I heard something pink inside my vagina. What was that?
What was that clanking sound?
Unless it drops. If it's like an OnlyFans, it just drops and you wait for how many seconds?
How
Oh,
many echoes were there?
yeah. Check your DM, Steve.
Oh man, what now? I'm afraid.
No. It's normal.
Oh, he said thank you.
It's Man-O-Rama. What's normal?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, what's normal? Man-O-Rama. What's funny is there's more people at my church that are like, oh, you're the guy who does the podcast. I was like, oh man, I have to explain this now.
Well, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, I do a podcast, Men's Health. They're like, oh, that's cool. I was like, before you get too excited, let me say something. And then I said, how are you with how should I say it? Locker room talk. They're like, what's that? And I was like, oh.
Don't watch the show. Don't watch the show.
I'm like, well, we say a lot of things. And then I have a bunch of dads who are like, dude, this is hilarious. You guys are funny. And I'm like, we go to the same church. They're like, we don't care. This is funny. I'm telling my sons this. I was like, oh man, how old are they? 12. I was like, oh boy.
That's how it is at my church, Since I'm new to Christianity, this year being saved and baptized, I was like, they're like, oh, what kind of sense of humor you got? I'm like, dark sense of humor. Like, what do you mean? I'm like, let's just switch topics.
Yeah.
Let's talk about something else. Because I'm like, yeah, they wouldn't get it at all. 17 years in the fire service, I have a very dark sense of humor. I will laugh at stuff and I'll think back later that day. I'm like, oh, what has this job done to me?
You just go to a body, be like, do something.
Yeah. Come on. Wake up. Make heart beat again.
It's like, is that guy Himalayan? What? Yeah, Himalayan right there.
I just have the sense of humor. They'll be like, oh, did you discover dead people? I'm like, one time I blurted out to church. I'm like, yeah, they were assuming room temperature, and they just looked at me with a straight face. I was like,
see, that's funny.
It's like they didn't get it.
See, that's what firemen and EMTs are for, to protect, to serve, and to like move the bodies closer so people driving by can see them.
Yep. Oh.
What if like an EMT? See, this is the thing. If I was an EMT or a firefighter and there's people driving, because every time there's an accident on the freeway, everyone drives really slow because they want to see. Oh, I'm like, just fuck it, just drive. But if I'm an EMT, I would pick up the body and go, hey. Because some chicks are going to be like, what the
sometimes,
fuck?
Yeah, that crossed my mind too, because I did it when I was in the military, being a medic and all. But I didn't, right before I got it, I said, no, I'm not doing this for a living. I'm not
put a suicide bomb vest on at the same time?
No, but the few incidents that we did have, I mean, we had like actual military personnel responding to them, because in our training area there was a large, not an interstate but a large state highway that went through it, and there was an accident, a very bad 3-car accident that happened, and we get the call from the battalion surgeon, who was our boss. He's like, county's going to need assistance, so you guys take the FLA, you drive out there and help them out with whatever they need. So we go out there, and they had everything pretty much under control by the time we got there. But me, I had seen bodies before. I didn't have a problem with it. I did my.
You're like, this is a Saturday for me.
When I went to Fort Sam to medic school, I did my clinicals in the morgue for 3 days, which was awesome because the morticians, oh my god, they would eat in there, which you're not supposed to do. But it was awesome.
They're probably the craziest ones.
Oh yeah, they were great too. But we went out to the scene, and I had a new guy in the ambulance with me. He was driving, so we get there. I go up. I talk to one of the county guys, and a couple of state troopers showed up. So we're talking, and new guy gets out, wanders around, and he sees one of the bodies, and they're getting ready to bag him up. and oh geez, I've never seen anyone throw up so fucking hard. Seriously, I've never seen anyone turn green either. He actually turned green, and I'm like, bro, you're in the wrong line of work. And after that, after that he didn't go out on training runs. He went back to the clinic. He would do like blood draws and give people aspirin and shit like that. So yeah,
Pussy.
Ibuprofen.
So did you ever deal with any fake people who thought they were unconscious? Do the hand drop? You know what I'm talking about.
we used to do that. And
Somebody gets knocked down, right? And you think they're unconscious.
Oh,
So what you do is you grab their hand and you hold it above their face while they're laying down and you drop it. If they're really unconscious, it smacks them in the face. But guess what? If they're not, it never smacks them in the face because they'll move it before it hits them in the face.
No, you give them the good old fashioned sternum rub. That way.
Oh, that hurts. Take your knuckles and drag it right across their chest.
Done that a couple times with people and never faking it. Suddenly they pop up. Oh, I'm awake. It's like, yeah, you were awake the whole time.
See, if I worked at a morgue and there was a guy who's new, I'll be like, hey, you want to see a magic trick? And they're like, yeah, here's the body. There's no body. Just freak him out. Make the body walk around.
Oh, dude, we used to do all kinds
What
of
the
shit.
fuck's going on?
We'd put viscous lidocaine in people's coffee.
Oh, what
It's
the
just-
hell?
That'd be that their tongues go numb. They go, "Oh, you motherfucker! What are you doing to me?" And it's
What are you doing, son?
See,
My
I
tongue-
have a feeling you would do that to me.
oh, you're goddamn right.
I would too.
You
Absolutely.
two
dude,
numbskulls would do that to me. Even if I was your higher commander, you would still do it to me. You're like,
Oh,
"Yeah,
that's a goddamn.
you want to see
And
this
we
midget do this? Check this out."
No, we used
I
to
just
keep,
look like a bum. I'm like,
we used to keep laser pointers on our keychains.
oh, you dirty bastard.
No, and because you'd use them during presentations. You point at blackboards,
Right.
and whiteboards and stuff like that. Wink, wink. But all the people who used to fall asleep in class, we'd have one guy with the laser pointer. He'd designate the target. He found somebody who was asleep. So I'd take the red Sharpie that was in my pocket and I'd go walk up real slow. Real slow. He's still sleeping. Hadn't woke up yet. Okay. Gotcha, brother. Getting closer. And then just grab him by the top of the head and drag that Sharpie across his neck. And you go, stay alert, stay alive, motherfucker. We had so much fun. And he'd
I
have to walk
remember-
around with red Sharpie on his neck all day.
I remember a couple of my buddies were in the Marine, and this was way back in college. And we'd all get drunk. Whoever was the first one to pass out, we were scared of living shit out of them. It happened to me, so I've learned to stay away from them as the night goes on. They would dress up in their uniform, and they would use a toy firearm, wink, wink, and not loaded, and scare the living bejeebas out of them. And it was the funniest thing you ever saw. And then they would wake up, which happened to me, and they'd have dick writing all over their faces. They have a big old dick right in the forehead. I had to go to church one time. Yeah, I don't recommend that. Everyone's like, what is that smudge? I was like, it's Ash Wednesday. I was like, dude, it's December. I was like, well, to each of their own.
That's like you draw dicks on people's foreheads. And they're like, oh my God, what'd you do? It's like, I didn't draw it. I just modeled for it.
I got $20.
You guys want to hear a story about a vengeful woman?
Oh,
That was all I
absolutely.
had?
Yeah.
This
Please
is,
do.
now, obviously, HIPAA, I got to watch what I say, even though it was probably 15 years ago. We get an EMS call. We get there. It was a GSW gunshot. And we arrive. And we're like, hey, where are you shot? And the guy's he's laying on the couch just shaking. So, GSW, that's going to hurt. And we notice his mom's there. His girlfriend's there. And she's just got that look on her face. And we're like, okay. We go teach the guy. He had the wound in one side of his buttocks, went out the other, went right across the starfish, in the other cheek and out the other cheek. He was like, oh, some guys jumped me and they shot at me. And his girlfriend's just standing there, just that look on his face, on her face, I mean. It was just that look. We all were like, what did you do? Were you cheating? Thinking it. You don't say it, but you're thinking, dude, and it went right across, and it took probably a millimeter out of his starfish. Straight across. And we knew as soon as, even the cops, we just all looked at each other like, Yeah.
Yeah,
He must have been cheating, and she shot him in the ass and went
Yeah.
right across the starfish. Dude, the
your eyes.
amount of pain he was in was just awful.
Well,
Heroic.
look at everybody. Your eyes narrow just slightly.
You
and
know,
and
we
there's that
knew.
real
You
tiny
want to show
nod.
and tell?
We knew. And we're
Hey,
like,
biker dad, here's your show hole
He
right there.
calls-
That guy.
He calls it the starfish. We used to call it the rusty sheriff's badge.
I
I was
remember.
trying to be nice.
I remember I got asked by this couple when I was working at a coffee shop because we used to do open mics. And the wife walks up to me. She's like, "You seem like you would know this answer." And I was like, "What answer are you looking for?" And the husband is just like, "No, don't ask him. Don't." And I've never met them before. She goes, "Do you know what a rusty trombone is?" I about lost it. And I had a straight face, and it was really hard. I was like, "Yeah, I know what a rusty trombone is." And she's like, "Well, what is it?" So I told her. I'm not gonna say it live, but I told her. She looked at her husband, and she goes, "You're a dirty man." He's like, "Yeah."
He's like, it ended good for me. Whatever.
I know. I'm like, and then him and I eye contact. We're like, "Yeah, you know what I'm talking about." It's dude. She was so. I think she took like 4 showers after that whole entire conversation when they got home, and she's like, "You're sleeping on the couch. I'm never talking to you again." I can tell she did not know. The way she asked me, I was like, "Oh man."
And a bunch of
And then what was I supposed to do? Lie to her? I was like, which I probably should have at that point, but I was like, "This is what it is." And she's like, her face. That's all. I was like, "You have no idea what I'm talking about." And yeah, just a disgust look. I was like, "Trust me." And then right when they left, I turned to her. I was like, "Trust me. You're gonna have a good week if you do this." And she's like, "What?" I was like, "Trust me on it." I actually told Gary that. He's like, "You're a sick man." I was like, "What? You clean yourself before."
Like, Gary's the epitome of wholesomeness.
Yeah.
He just looks like that guy that he'll come off as wholesome, but you're like, you just have that look. You're like, no.
He's seen things.
He's seen many things, I bet.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever met like a guy like that before, where you're just like, you meet a group of guys and they're like, "Hey, this is, I don't know, Bob," and you just by the look of his eyes, the twinkle in his eyes, like, "Hey, he's been to a farm."
We can be friends. A couple times.
He's been to a farm.
You look at Bob. Yeah, Bob shot a man just for snoring too loud.
In that case,
Is that a Bob and Tom reference?
That's a John Wesley Hardin.
yeah.
He shot a man just for snoring.
Gary, Biker Dad just said, "Now, Steve, do you know what the angry seagull is?" I don't know, and I don't want to know.
Ooh.
I don't think I want to know.
I know what a blue waffle is.
What the fuck is a blue waffle?
What
Look
about
it up.
what
Go
about
ahead and Google it.
Now, if I Google it, am I
Google
going to
it.
get scarred for life?
Yes,
No.
you are.
Look on your face.
Go ahead.
Betty doesn't even know what a Texas Longhorn is.
Have you ever had a pumpkin? You know what a pumpkin is there, Steve?
I know what it is.
Okay. Just check it, man.
It's the best kind of bathroom break.
That's a thing we like in the South. So,
That it is a southern thing. I know what it is.
okay, just checking.
Yeah. I told Gary that one time. He's like, "The fuck is that?" So I told him. He's like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah." Oh God. You're the only person out of like 4 or 5 years that brought that up, the plumpkin. No one else has brought it up. I've always asked people, I was like, "Do you know what this is?" And they're like, "What?" They thought it was like, yeah, they thought it was like a rotting pumpkin. I was like, no.
No.
It's something else. Mr. House is like $20. And he's like, "Do it." Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, we went really crazy on this episode.
It's just men being men.
That's the
This is what
beauty
we
about
do.
that's the beauty about doing.
I don't smile all week. I smiled pretty much the whole show. So
I thought you said I don't smell all week. I smell this episode.
That's,
But like that's the beauty about doing this is actually doing hangout episodes is where we just hang out. It relieves us from doing actual topics and it just gives us the time to just relax, kick back, and just have fun. And we may say things that some people are like, "Wow, that's weird" or anything, but that's literally what guys do. It's
like,
our conversation.
yeah,
We're
That's why I
letting out.
say
dark
women
things.
women will be like, "Oh, I bet you he's out and cheating." No, this is what we do. This is it. This is what we're doing 99% of the time.
Now, here's the thing: Have you guys ever hung out with like a group of guys and just sat and said nothing
Around a fire
for
pit,
like
yes.
an hour?
Oh yeah.
Around a fire pit, have a few beers, and you don't say a word. It's relaxing.
Oh yeah. We had one friend that brought his wife to hang out with us, and it was a little bonfire thing. And we kind of made fun of him a little bit. I was like, why'd you bring your wife? He's like, because she wanted to know what guys talk about. We didn't talk for 4 hours straight. We just drink beer.
And
Literally.
it was probably the most relaxing, peaceful time, wasn't it?
The only person talking was her. And her husband kept on throwing empty beer cans at her to shut her up. We just wanted peace and quiet. And then she left, and then we just started talking. We didn't want to tell her all the secrets. It's just us talking. It's just this is what it is, literally. Like if we all hung out around a bonfire, this is what we do. Tell crazy stories and just It's like it's like in Jaws where they should try to impress each other with the scars. It's just we try to one up each other on stories. That's it.
It's men relieving stress for the week.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all it is. Women try to make more out of it than what it is. Like, no, it's not really that complicated with us. Men, we're simple. We're simple creatures.
They're saying, "Oh, they're cheating. They're cheating." No, they're projecting. That's what they're doing.
So I just got a text from Biker Dad.
What is it? We got to hear it.
He said an angry seagull is when you're having sex on the beach, and during the act, I don't know the name of it. I do know what he's talking about. I've never done it. You pull out and stick the tip and the sand on the sand, and then re-enter. Wow, your partners re-enter your partner, so they scream like an angry seagull once the grit starts to hit their tender inside.
That's kind of like
That's mild.
That's kind of like the Texas Longhorn. See, the Texas Longhorn is, you're hitting it from behind, and you got a big old wad of dip in your mouth.
Yes, you did bring that up. Oh,
yeah. You spit on her back, and then you pull out, you rub your dong in it, and then you shove it back in again. That's the Texas Longhorn.
See, those are mild compared to the pumpkin. I'm not gonna bring. That's the pumpkin is. Dude, if you guys
tobacco in an orifice like that, no.
That burns.
Yeah,
I don't know what that's like. I just imagine it would burn.
She's just sucking my dick while I shit. What do you want?
That's what that is. He's all like, I'll just say it. Here's the thing, guys. If you find a woman who's willing to do that,
keep her.
The pumpkin is multitasking.
Oh, it is. So I've been told.
Yeah.
You got to twitch there.
You can make all the jokes you want, but let me tell you.
I get spasms and twitches
here
and there.
You want more.
This is House Party 6 at Moon River. Wide as the moon. Have you ever been to prison, Doc?
And Gay Biker Dad is still pissed at me for Soviet Lord of the Rings.
Oh, you didn't show her?
No, on my show, day before yesterday, I had everybody watch. There's a Soviet version of the Lord of the Rings.
Huh?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Watch it.
Okay.
Seriously,
I feel like I've seen it before.
And I made them watch it, and then the entire show is just them calling me everything but a white man and wanting to end their lives because it was that horrible. Yeah, it was horrible, but it was gloriously horrible. If you like bad movies, this is like the pinnacle.
All right, I'll have to watch it now.
It's the Everest.
My precious. Have you seen my precious?
Yep.
Oh, dude, Soviet Golem, you're gonna love him.
Okay,
You're
I
gonna
gotta
love
watch
him.
it.
Oh my
Now I'm
God.
gonna end up watching it tonight, and I'm gonna text you tonight. I'm like, Vincent, fuck you.
Die in a fire, you motherfucker.
How dare you?
But it's still better than Peter Jackson's version of The Hobbit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's painful.
That
to think
killed the
about.
conversation right there.
Well, hold up. Have you guys ever watched the rated R Hobbit?
No.
Okay.
Something
Have
like
you,
porn?
Disney?
No.
Have you, Vincent?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So the last Hobbit, there's 3 of them. I don't know why they did it, but they decided, hey, we're gonna do 3 of them.
There was a third.
Yeah, Battle of the 5 Armies.
Yeah.
That was the last one.
Yeah, the last movie. Yeah, I've
I
seen
never
it.
watched it.
So
I
have
didn't
you
care for
watched the
first two.
rated? Have you watched the rated R one?
I didn't know there was a rated R one.
Neither did I. Now I watched it in theaters with my wife, and I'm like, oh, this is bad. I get where they're going, filmmaking wise. I get where they're going. It just on paper it was made sense. Not so much.
This ain't the South Park episode you're talking
No,
about.
this is. I am dead serious. There is a extended director's cut of The Hobbit, the last one. It is rated R. There is, during the fight scenes, you literally see heads flying.
Huh.
And I'm like,
Oh, dude, I don't know if
I've
it's
never
rated R, but they've got all the director's versions of both trilogies on Max, the streaming service.
yeah.
So okay, I'm gonna have to bring that
So
up.
this one, I see a bunch of heads flying around. I looked at my wife. I was like, we never seen this one before. She's like, no. Like, you see blood gushing out, just shooting all over. I'm like, so when did Peter Jackson decide to go, hey, I'm going to make The Hobbit into a horror movie? It was, but it's like all off in the distance. It was actually pretty entertaining. I digged it. I was like, all right, this is actually pretty cool. Hey. And my wife's like, this is so weird. It's weird because it's like all cartoony looking animation, and then you see heads of elks and elves and
Okay,
all that
see,
Oh,
flying
so you
around.
kind of
Right
did
now-
it like Dead Alive?
It's like off in the distance. It just makes it a little bit more gruesome. It's like
Remember
PG-13,
Dead
a little
Alive,
bit more
right?
matured.
Dead Alive was amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was Peter Jackson's best movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of people forget that.
But it was yeah.
That sounds like it. Sounds like he used some of that homage to Dead Alive.
Okay.
Sounds
I'm looking at my stuff on Max right now, and I'm not gonna watch The Hobbit. I'm gonna watch Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law.
Oh.
So
Who?
fuck all y'all.
Wait, do you guys
Me,
do you
I'm
guys
the
watch
nice guy here.
have you guys watched Righteous Gemstones?
That's harsh.
You
No,
know what
not
I'm
yet.
talking about. So I'm watching now. I started watching the first thing. It's one of my favorite shows, and because it shows the actual like mega churches and how corrupt it is.
No, say no. I know Walton Goggins is an excellent actor, but I don't want to see.
he's-
I don't want to see his cock. Okay.
You,
Yeah. No.
there's only 2
You see
scenes. You
Vice
see it.
Principals? Have
You only
seen
see it
Vice
in-
Principals?
Yes. Good show.
That means you've seen Eastbound and Down, right?
Oh yeah. I
Just checking, man, making sure you
so
gotta come correct when you talk that shit. Just
so the scene where you see Walter Goggins just get out of the tub, I'm like, holy crap. But there's one specific scene, and I'm watching the show, and I forgot about, because I just finished the first season, and I was like, hey, I told my wife, I was like, hey, you want to watch this show? It's about church and all this stuff. Like, it's not I wouldn't recommend it to your mom, any of the stretch of imagination. I forgot about the first episode. Literally 10 seconds into it, you see a fat dude and his dick walk right in front of the screen. Like, I mean, close up.
yeah.
My wife turned to me and she said, don't ever do this to me ever again.
More cock
Yeah.
than the Game of Thrones.
Dude. And I forgot about it. And I'm sitting there laughing.
I guess he got X'd. Yeah, he's laughing. I think it. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
I got kicked out. Whoopie doo. But yeah, my wife did not like that show. She's like, I'm never watching it. I was like, it's good. It's wholesome. But yeah.
Think we lost Disney?
No, he just turned his camera off.
Oh, what a weasel.
I know, right?
Rat
Such a
bastard.
weasel. Right? But we're gonna get into.
I didn't do anything. Something blew up. It wasn't me.
Oh, it must
What
have been
happened?
Rumble. After a while, Rumble Studios will start kicking people off.
Oh, okay.
And-
Because
yeah.
I didn't quit y'all.
Yeah,
No, we know.
I
it's
could've
happened to
used
me
that
more
as an
times than I care to
excuse.
count.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
but we're gonna get into. Man, I have way too many clips on here. All right, so we're gonna get into this. Biker Dad's favorite sound.
Oof.
I know. So this is a moment where people who are watching the show, if they want to be a part of the show and the podcast, you can actually do a Rumble rant to us and give us your tip of the hat who inspired you to be a better man. And because society, now that masculinity's at a rise and kicking ass, yeah, that's right, you liberal cunts. We're kicking ass. We go around the table and we pick who our tip of the hat is for the week. Vincent, who is your tip of the hat?
My tip of the hat?
Walton Goggins' dick.
No.
Or, well, the tip of it anyway.
I think my tip of the hat will have to go to me because I'm a fucking delight. Next.
Okay. All right, you wanker. Is that really your tip of the hat?
Yeah, I couldn't pick one.
Okay, cool. Because I'm not sure. Because if I go to the next person, you're like, well, I wasn't done.
Nah, I'm done. I couldn't think of one.
All right. Dark Helmet.
Honestly, may sound campy, but I genuinely mean this. My pastor, good old country boy, just he has farmland. He's starting a rodeo for the church. He's really somebody that's really, since I started going to this church, that's really made me want to improve myself as a man. Honestly.
That's cool. You stole my answer, but whatever. A bastard's gonna be a bastard.
Oh,
No.
okay. I'm sorry. Gay biker dad. There you go.
Now he's gonna DM you and be like,
Why?
show hole.
No eye contact. It's okay.
Get him and Mr. House Party together. I think they'll have fun.
I bet so. Disney. What's your tip of the hat?
Elon Musk. All the bullshit he's dealt with and people trying to gaslight him. Yeah, he's made some comments and he's done this and that, but he hasn't lost focus.
No.
You got to kind of respect yourself because I'll be honest with you. If I was the richest man on the planet, people were fucking with me, I would destroy. But he's just, but he's
a lot
being
more
cool.
patience than me.
Yep, he's being cool. So I took my hat to him because I couldn't deal with that. I'd be doing damage.
Yeah.
Tipping my hat to Elon Musk.
Yeah. I'm going to follow what Dark Helmet said. My tip of the hat is my pastor. We're going through Acts, and a lot of what he's talking about is really pushing me to actually be a better man. And whether someone is a believer in Christ and whatnot, that's okay. It's more of standing your ground on masculinity and not letting people push you over, be like, you shouldn't do this because this and that. I'm like, no, I'm going to keep doing it. I don't care what anyone says. And I really do think that what he's teaching is really cool because it allows you to think outside of what scripture and the Bible says. And it's just like, you know what, I can apply this in my podcast and all that stuff. And I think it's pretty cool. And so he's my tip of the hat. I want to thank Disney, Vincent, and Dark Helmet for coming on. This is a lot of fun. It's a little bit different. It's a lot smaller, which is cool. and because some people they had some things come up, and so that's why you can't see Rick, Orty, or Canadian Spider-Man. They had some things come up short notice, and which is okay. And so I thank you guys for jumping in and just filling in and just it's man, this is a fun episode. Every episode recently has been a lot of fun. Whether
Thanks,
Dark with Canadian Spider-Man talking about a lot of weird things. And but yeah. Um I will say that this podcast is on KLRN Radio on X. It's on Facebook. If you want to find me on Facebook, it's Rancor Steve. Rumble, YouTube's, and X, and all this stuff. We are. This podcast is now mobile. Yeah, see, I'm using big words now. It is on Spotify now. So I'm gonna try to get every episode starting today to come out for Wednesday. So it's going to be an audio. So if you're driving, you want to listen to us. I know it's a little bit hard because we always show images of don't be that guy. But if you just want to listen to us in the car, truck, whatever, motorcycle, Prius, a Subaru, if you're a lesbian, I don't know.
Who's snorting? Who's snorting?
Steve.
Okay,
Oh, I love the Subaru.
Or one of
joke.
those Jeep wankers that want a bunch of ducks on their dashboard. Oh, I hate those
Yeah.
people.
So we're gonna be on Spotify. It's all audio right now. So if
that's everywhere down south there.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I will post if you want to find the link to the Spotify. I will post it on Not Rancor Steve and Instagram, probably TikTok. I don't know, and Facebook, and or you can go search it Man-O-Rama on Spotify. That's where we're gonna be. So it allows people because I've been having a lot of people asking like, do you have it like as an audio podcast when I'm driving? So we made it happen, guys. We made it happen. So I want to thank everyone. Oh, and next week is going to be men's insecurity. Yes, we like to build things. We like to save people's lives. We like to do a lot of crazy things, but in the end, we all have insecurities or something. So it'll be interesting to see what our insecurities have been. I will be talking about some big ones that I have. But that will be next week. It'll be a lot of fun at 7 p.m. Pacific time. 10 p.m. You better fucking be here. If not, too bad. You missed the train, Buckaroo Banzai. On that note, I want to thank everyone. I'll see you guys next week. Ciao.
Show hole.
You fucking.
Taco
I'm
Bell.
not-
Having me, man.
Hail Hydra.
You would.